welcome you to this broadcast of Varsity Volleyball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Anna High School where the Botkins Trojans will take on the Anna Rockets. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco, bringing you tonight's game between Anna and Botkins, a Shelby County Athletic League rivalry. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me tonight, Jeff Henchen. Taking a look at the visiting Botkins Trojans. Trojans come into tonight's game only 1-10 in league play, but overall they are 8-13 under first-year coach Logan Watercutter, and a win at Anna would be huge for the Botkins program.
Yeah, it would definitely be something to build upon. You know, Botkins has struggled, but they've trying to put together some wins here late in the year. 2 losses back-to-back now. Want to try to get some momentum into the tournament, and about knocking off your neighbor, your county rival, and Anna would be a great step towards that. And you know, Botkins continues to battle hard, just need to get the W's on the left side of the win column.
And you take a look at the Anna Rockets under head coach Kelly Zumberger. They've lost their last 2 games to 2 pretty good teams in Russia and Wapakoneta before beating Houston and Lehman Catholic earlier this month. They come in trying to get to 500 in Shelby County Athletic League play, which would make their record 6-6. And we're talking about tournament play. They're trying to build momentum up for that Wednesday, October 19th match against Milton Union in the sectional tournament.
Yeah, again, they want to focus on playing their best volleyball now. You know, now is when I won't say it doesn't, this regular season didn't matter, but when you lost the league title, if you will, you got a chance now to start over, build on some rhythm, get a W. They'd won before these 2 losses. You mentioned 3 wins in a row, so trying to stop a losing streak, build some momentum, play good, and then again go into the Division III tournament and make some noise.
We've got a good Shelby County Athletic League rivalry up next here on NKTelco Sports. The Anna Rockets will meet the Botkins Trojans. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course. It's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
We've got Anna and Botkins. From Anna tonight, they're introducing the lineups for the Botkins Trojans. Our lineups tonight all brought to you by Emerson Copeland. Thanks to those folks. And our starters tonight for the Trojans: Trace Hendrickson, number 1. Number 2, Caitlin Meyer. Number 17, Gabby Griffith. Number 7, Janelle Platfoot. Number 8, Leah Steinke. Number 10, Caitlin Barhorst. And number 11, Jana Metz. Those are the starters for head coach Logan Watercutter. Now for the home team, the Anna Rockets, who come into tonight's game 9-12 and 5-6 overall. Our starters for the Rockets tonight: number 2, senior Leah Meyer. Number 4, Morgan Shepard. Number 5, Ava Reed. Number 7, Brenna Cobb. Number 9, Izzy Jenkins. And number 12, McKenna Pettis. Those are the starters for the Rockets. Starters tonight, all brought to you by Emerson Copeland. Let's move on to our keys to the game tonight. First, for the visiting Botkins Trojans.
Well, they know they need to eliminate errors, keep it clean, don't give the free points to the Rockets. They also want to receive well enough to run a 3-hitter offense. That's good first contact, and let your front row use all options available, keep the defense off balance, and get good touches on the block. You know, Diana's going to bring some strong attackers. Try to slow it down with your fingers and get into their mindset, if you will, with some good touching at the net.
And for the home team, the Anna Rockets, 9-12 and 5-6 overall. Keys to the game for them.
Well, offensively, they want to put the ball away early. Try not to let Botkins hang around, get some good, strong attacks, score quickly. Have deep, aggressive serving. Force them to receive back near the back line. Force their setter to chase down the first touch and get them out of system. And the blockers will need to be quick on their feet. They know that they want to be mobile up there in the front and use that to kind of stop that 3-headed attack that Botkins wants to get into their rhythm.
And our keys to the game tonight, all brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. As always, Keyhole Pizza bringing you our keys to the game, and we're just about ready to start for tonight's game between these two Shelby County Athletic League rivals. I'm Dave Helmstetter, alongside me tonight, Jeff Henshin, and we've got Shelby County Athletic League Volleyball, and we are underway. Hendrickson. Rockets, they'll try to set. Jenkins, number 9 up front. There's the hit. And number 11, I do believe, Jana Metz.
Or was it 10?
Or 10. Caitlin Barhorst.
Nice serve, good dig.
Clapfoot with the serve for the Trojans, and point goes to the Rockets. And on that first National Bank Think First scoreboard, we're tied at 1-all.
Kill there was by sophomore Pettis, and she's averaging just over 1 kill per set. The first one there gives the Rockets their first point.
George with the serve, Abby George for the Rockets. Steinke looking for the back row, but it's a little long, and it's 2-1 Anna as Abby George, 91% server. Rockets with the set to the right side. They'll take it across. That's Jenkins. Strong hit by Mack for the Trojans at the net. Covered there by Barhorst. Coming back to Barhorst, and she'll find the open court and collect the point.
Nice placement. It wasn't a lot of power, but she hit it nice, and top spin didn't give the Rockets a chance to run it down. More of a spot attack hit for Caitlin Barhorst, her second kill of the set.
That puts the Trojans back in serve. That'll be Barhorst with the serve. We're tied at 10, or 2-all here in the opening moments of play. Barhorst, Plattfoot gets it back over to the right side, and Caitlin Meyer.
Well, she didn't get a lot of the attack, and it was a kind of a soft, wet noodle slap on the ball, but got enough to get over the net, and that caused the Rockets to misplay it, get a net violation. We'll give Caitlin Meyer, the freshman, a kill.
And Barhorst with the serve. Rockets with the set. Hard hit at the net, and Botkins is going to win that one as Mack and Hendrickson.
Nice job getting it squared up on the attack by the Rockets, and good contact, put it right back in play, and a termination block for the Trojans.
Barhorst stays in serve. Goes deep. Here comes the set. Jenkins again with the hit. Botkins gonna set. They go long as the Rockets come back looking for the corner, but it goes out. Ava Reed with the hit, and the point goes to Botkins. Trojans go up 5-2.
Good idea by Reed, or by Reed going down the line away from the block, but just lost her real estate and hit it out of bounds. Attack.
Barhorst stays in serve. She'll send it to the front row. Hendrickson And Hendrickson will have the kill, and it's 6-2.
Well, good ability there for the tall, lengthy senior to go up and kind of choose where she wanted to push it. And it was, again, a positional attack right where the Anna Rocket defense wasn't.
Barhorst on a roll. Net serve, tough one. Rockets will dig it back out. Here comes Jenkins. At the net. Trojans dig it back out, send it back over. Hendrickson's going to get the kill. The senior, very experienced, and she knows what to do and places it perfectly, and the Rockets will take a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, the Botkins Trojans 7, the Anna Rockets 2. You're watching volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Anna Rockets take the timeout, find themselves down by 5, Jeff, and some real nice play by the Botkins Trojans here in set number 1.
They've been the more aggressors. They've been able to attack a little bit better, and they've done some nice ball placement on their attacks. Got a termination block, which is rare, if you will, and those are all good ways to get your momentum. You're on the road. A big matchup against Anna, and they've got off to a nice start.
Barhorst stays in serve for the Trojans. To the back row, flat foot. Mack. Back over to Hendrickson. At the net, and that's going to be a double hit for the Trojans. So Rockets will have the serve, and it's 7-3 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Well, good timeout for the Rockets. They able to break the serve and get the ball back at a point on the board and try to climb back to what is now a 4-point deficit.
Jenkins with the serve. Flat foot. Or excuse me, number 2, that's Caitlin Meyer. And the freshman basically a swing and a miss there, timing off, and the Rockets will get the point, and it's 7-4. Griffiths. And that's one of those deep serves that we were talking about in our keys.
Yeah, deep aggressive serving. It might have been out, but it was played by Griffith, so she didn't get it cleanly. Service ace for number 9, Izzy Jenkins.
And it's 7-5 as the Rockets bounce back with 3 straight points.
And that one's just wide. So, you know, they went deep, kind of teetered with the out-of-bounds line. Then they went down the line, teetered with that one there, but that one floated out. Good defense by the Trojans to get over to the line, see it, judge it, let it go out of bounds.
And Trace Hendrickson, the senior, will serve it up for Botkins. 3-point lead. Stouter back in the lineup for the Rockets, number 3. They try to chase it down, Brenna Cobb, and it's going to be touched by the Rockets.
McKenna, I'm sorry, did that wrong. Kylie Mack with the kill.
Hendrickson will stay in serve. And once again, the Trojans continue with the point. It's 10-5. Cobb with the set. Shepard with the hit. Here comes the Trojans, but that hit's going to be a little bit long by Caitlin Meyer. So that'll make it 10-6 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Number 6, Cynthia Davidson, comes into the Rocket lineup.
And for Botkins, I believe number, back-to-back. We've had some bad hitting errors of recently, and also a service error that's just not been struck very well. So each team kind of having some miscues.
Jana Metz with the serve for Botkins. And what is that?
Double hit.
Violation, double hit.
Just not clean contact, too much hand-to-hand versus coming out cleanly.
So Jana Metz will stay and serve, the sophomore. Good serve deep into the Rockets. Nice effort there by Emerson Walters into the lineup. Here come the Rockets with a set. Waters will dig it out. Griffiths has it. Metz will send it back over. Rockets, they'll try and regroup. Here comes the hit. And over on the right side, number 3, Liz Stoddard with the kill.
That was one of the more vicious attacks we've seen tonight. She got good elevation, good timing, and more importantly, just better contact, and hard-driven spike leads to her first kill for the 5'8" sophomore.
And it's 12-7. More importantly, the Rockets will have the serve. Leah Meyer. Metz set to Steinke. Trying to get it back over, and Brenna Cobb unable to clear the net, so the point goes to Botkins. 13-7 our score. Botkins with the lead. Gabby Griffith will serve it up. Cobb with the set. Strong hit by Cynthia Davidson. And that's a point for the Rockets. I tell you, Davidson, I think she leads one of the leaders, if not the leader, in kills for the Rockets. She is presence at the net.
Very well struck. She averages 2.1 kills per set. That does lead the Anna offense. And again, they've had some real nice back-to-back strong attacks for the Rockets.
And the Rockets will continue to move a little bit closer.
They've not been able to get much closer than 4 after Botkins kind of got the big lead, the timeout, and it's just been 4-6 to 4-6, basically the lead. That's going to grow again on the service error.
Yeah, it seems like either a serving error or a hitting error of some sort just slows them down, and that's going to put number 8, Leah Steinke, a senior leader on this Botkins squad, in serve, and her team's up by 5 at 14-9 in the first set of action. Cobb, and the hit goes into the net.
Well, that was just a tough ball to attack. That almost went up to the ceiling from an odd direction, and you could almost see it coming. It was going to be a difficult attack, and it ended up hitting the net for the hitting attack error.
Steinke, another strong serve. Cobb gets it back over to Davidson, and Rockets will pick up the point. Makes it 15-10 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Again, the Rockets seem to have a real nice rhythm offense, good attack. They've definitely been striking the ball better, but they've just not been able to give themselves enough chances to do that. They've either hit the ball in the net on serve or
Hendrickson
gets the kill. It just nearly was a pancake save, but it did contact ground. Hendrickson now with 3 kills in set 1.
Makes it 16-10, so that's going to put number 7, Janelle Plattfoot. The junior, she's got 51 aces on the season for Botkins. Shepard over to Pettis, and makes it 17-10.
Mack and Hendrickson there to block, correct? I mean, it was a termination block. I know Hendrickson probably got most of the contact, but it looked like Mack went up with her, so they each will get the block assist. 2 termination blocks in the set for those 2 girls.
And Botkins is going to pick up another point. Head coach Kelly Zumberger says, hey, we've got to regroup. Our score, Botkins 18, Anna 10. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Back here on senior night, and in our opening set of tonight's Shelby County Athletic League contest between Botkins and Anna, the Trojans giving the Rockets all they can handle. They've got a big lead here, 18-10. Anna's called a couple of timeouts here in set number 1 as Flatfoot will try and
continue the run. The Botkins got off to a good start, and they really have not relinquished it. Anna's made some runs, get back within 4, but Botkins usually has found a way to grow the lead, and it's at 8 right now. Termination block. No, that went down, so that was a kill. So that was a good timeout there. They got a much-needed point.
And that cuts it to 7, and that puts Abby George back in serve. And Rockets a lot more comfortable when she's serving. Good server. See how the Trojans approach this. Mack at the net, and into the net it goes, so that'll make it 18-12. Rockets just don't seem to be able to get started. A couple of points, and then they make a couple of errors, and it kind of goes back and forth so far here in our first set. George with the serve. Mack with the hit. Rockets, there's a slip and a stumble there by Brenna Cobb.
Yeah, I'm not real sure. That's a tough break for them, as she just kind of got her feet tangled up and lost rhythm, if you will. And the ball drops on a good up there by the libero, Abby George. Tough break for the Rockets.
So that puts Caitlin Barhorst, who had a lot of success earlier in this set, in serve for Botkins. Hendrickson going to the back row, and George. See, that was number 4, Morgan Shepard, I think, trying to handle it.
It was pretty well struck by Hendrickson, and if you don't get it cleanly, you're going to be penalized, and it ricocheted off her arms. A kill for Hendrickson, her 4th of the set.
Having quite an outstanding opening set here, 20-12 Botkins. And the comeback, that's number 3, Liz Stoddard.
They're going to need a lot of that. Now she goes to the back row to serve. She has 2 kills for the 5'8" sophomore. And no, I'm sorry, she's still in the front row. Sorry, so 9 is back serving, but Stouter is a good attacker. They can keep her in the front row for a while, try to dig into this deficit.
And Botkins up by 7. They've got 20. They'll take it across. Comes the set by Cobb. Strong hit, but Griffiths will dig it out. Trojans trying to get set on defense. Griffiths is there. And a little bit long, as the hit there by Steinke just misses the inbound line. Boy, you talk about a game of inches.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much, and the Rockets, one was letting it go. The other one looked like she tried to make a play on it, couldn't reach it. So a break for the Rockets on the attack error.
Here comes the set up front. It's coming to Hendrickson. Change of pace, and it's a nice kill, and it's 21-14.
Well, you mentioned a good start for her. Not only has she had 5 kills, but remember, she's been a part of 2 termination blocks already here in set 1.
And she'll be in serve. Her team is up by 7, 21-14. Rockets scrambling. Shepard back over to the right side, and Ava Reed gets the kill, and it's 21-15, and Reed will go and serve as Hendrickson will rotate back out, and number 11, Jana Metz, comes in.
Reed got that first kill for the 5 freshman, now serving, as you mentioned.
Metz with the set, and
wow, self-defense, but well-struck ball.
Rockets regroup. Strong hit, good defense. Botkins with the set. Meyer sends it to the back row. Battle at the net. Botkins will keep it alive. Steinke sends it back over. Good rally here. And that's going to go Rockets' way. Somebody into the net, I do believe.
Got hurt.
Possibly could have an injury here. Our score is 22-15. Botkins with a 7-point lead. Let's take a break in the action. All timeouts tonight brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, Botkins 22, Anna 15. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen. And check us out on Facebook.
The Anna Rockets will have the serve. They find themselves trailing by 7, and number 5, Ava Reed, will serve it up for the Rockets.
And they're down one of her better attackers, and number 6, Cynthia Davidson, off the court, a little bit injured. She had a couple kills here, played very nicely. And tough break when you see people go down like that, and hopefully she can bounce back.
Yep, all the best to Cynthia Davidson. As she's off the court, and we're set to return to action. Reed with the serve, and that's going to be long. So the Botkins Trojans inch just a little bit closer to wrapping up this first set win.
3 service aces in the set for the Rockets, a 0 for the Trojans.
Metz with the serve. And just looked like more a communication error there than anything.
I guess I have to give that an unforced error because the ball was played nicely. The just miscommunication on contact number 2.
Botkins going for set point here. They get it. And Botkins comes up with a big first set victory here at Anna. Botkins 25, Anna 15. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
First set win goes to Botkins. They're up 1-0 as we move on to the second set here in the Shelby County Athletic League game between Anna and Botkins on the Rockets' home floor. And kind of an interesting first set. Botkins pretty consistent in what they did. Played well. Trace Hendrickson, very nice at the net. 5 kills, really outstanding play. Couple blocks. And
Botkins just did what they had to do to stay alive. Anna kind of self-destructed. I thought at times Anna showed more let's say forceful attacks, but just too many other inconsistencies in between it, whether it was a slip on the floor, miscommunication on a second touch, hitting the ball out of the end of the net on the attack, or 3 service errors. I mean, all those kind of just helped Botkins maintain their mojo, and they just held on to the early lead. And really, Anna never made a strong threat to kind of bounce back into it, and give credit to the Trojans. And they did what they needed to do, and didn't help the Rockets, get a momentum to climb back into set number 1.
Yeah, head coach Kelly Zimberger used a couple of timeouts to try to slow it down, but to no avail. So Botkins will start out. They'll be in serve. Gabby Griffith, number 4, a senior, will serve it up for the Trojans as we open up set number 1. Short serve. Here comes the strong hit by Jenkins. Botkins will take it over. They'll try and recover. Here comes the set by Metz. Steinke takes it to the corner. Cobb back over to the corner. Here come the Trojans. Steinke trying to find that open space. Metz, Steinke with the hit. Looking for the line. The Rockets are battle at the net. And the winner, a number we haven't called tonight, Madison Kipp, number 15.
Well, again, I don't know if that was part of the injury to Davidson, but I don't think Kipp played in the first set, but made a good presence there. And yeah, I don't know all the situations, but Madison Kipp, nice play there to get the first point for the Rockets.
Anna up 1-0. And they'll go up 2-0.
The attack there hit the pin or the red and white stick, and that's a violation.
As Morgan Shepard will stay and serve, but she'll hit it into the net. And that's Botkins' first point, makes it 2-1, and that's going to put Leah Steinke in serve for Botkins. And a good strong serve just clears the net, and Rockets have problems returning that one, and it's 2-2 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Her serve did touch the tape a little bit, so you don't know if that threw off the path or the rhythm, but service ace, back-to-back service aces for Steinke.
And it makes it 3-2. Steinke sends this one just a little bit deeper. Here comes the set. Cobb had it. Back over at the net. Rockets will set it back up. Stouter. And again, it goes the Trojans' way, and it's 4-2, excuse me.
Hendrickson and also Plattfoot tag team this time. That's a third termination block so far in the match from Trace Hendrickson. Plattfoot gets her first of the match.
Cobb back over to the strong hit there by Pettis, and she'll get the kill, and that'll make it 4-3.
Kind of a semi-delayed, or just it was kind of a slide, but not a real violent one. But boy, Pettis went up and just got enough contact to get it down before Trojans can make a play.
Cobb in serve. Griffiths will get it across, but mishandled, and it's tied at 4-all. Cobb stays in serve. Cobb almost a 92% server. Botkins will recover. Hendrickson tries to get it across. Here comes the set right side. Powerful hit, but Botkins will respond to it. Barhorst with a hit there for the Trojans. Here comes the Rockets. Metz. Plattfoot. Rockets come to the right side. There it is. Number 3, Liz Stoddard.
For number 3, her first kill of the set, third in the match, and Anna seems like just a little bit more fired up here, a lot more team-like kind of energy. That first match, it just seemed really flat. Now, probably because Botkins was not given many gifts, but much more energy here for their home team tonight, the Anna Rockets, here in game 2.
Hendrickson. She'll pick the kill up. She'll slow the Rockets down just like that, and we're tied at 5.
Well said. That's just what they needed. You don't want to, volleyball's a game of momentum. You don't want the Rockets to get on a run. For the Trojans, they took care of that with the 6th kill from Trace Hendrickson.
Plattfoot with the serve for Botkins. And from the right side, I believe that was Jenkins, number 9.
She did catch top of the tape and did the walking the dog trick with the yo-yo, Dave. It went right down and fell harmlessly onto the left front where no one from Botkins was at.
And the Rockets have a 1-point lead, set number 2.
Steinke with a nice play on a serve as it hit the tape, able to get a nice first contact.
Strong hit by Shepard, or by Cobb rather. Hendrickson at the net. I think she used the left hand there and got her right in the open spot.
I think you're right. It was her left hand. And whatever she seems to do seems to work almost efficiently. She's not had many attacks have been picked up. A lot of her swings have resulted in a kill.
Caitlin Barhorst tips the edge of the net. Flatfoot sends it back over. Cobb set right side. Good defense by the Trojans into the net, but not going to be able to recover from that. And the Rockets go up 7-6. That puts Abby George in serve for Anna. 5'2" junior. Griffiths goes to the floor. Ball just gets over the net, and that's going to be a point for the Rockets.
Boy, it went from oh no to oh yes for the Rockets as the contact almost had Cobb in the net. She stayed out of it, didn't make contact, and the net kind of helped the ball fall down right in front of the Trojans defense.
And George with the serve. Flatfoot gets it to Hendrickson. George comes up. Rockets recover, looking to get it in. Back over to the left side. Trojans will get it across. Cobb back over to number 5. That's Ava Reed.
Pretty good movement there for the Anna Rockets. They went pretty quick. And number 5, Ava Reed, the freshman, with her second kill, and did a nice job. And that was one of the few times they kept a Trace Hendrickson attack alive and ultimately won the point.
Here come the Trojans, down by 3. Goes to the back row. Cobb. Strong hit by Kip. Rockets still have it. Griffith. Steinke and Flatfoot will send it over as the Trojans recover. Shepard tries to go with the quick hit. And they'll get the point. We got a timeout. This time it's Botkins will take the timeout or score. The Anna Rockets 10, Botkins 6. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Botkins takes the timeout. They are up 1-0 in set play, and in second set they find themselves down 10-6, and Rockets trying to pick up some momentum as Abby George will serve it up for the Rockets. We're trying to sort through that last play before the timeout. A little bit difficult.
An illegal touch or contact was the call evidently on Botkins, but Anna playing with a lot more energy here in game number 2.
There comes the hit by Steinke. Rockets, Cobb. Finds the open space.
That might have to be the slowest attack. If you had a radar gun, I'm not for sure if it would have registered. That was a soft touch, right? And she knows where to hit it. I think she hit it where the setter was at, because the setter likes to cheat and come to the front row. The setter assumed someone else was going to take it, and the person behind her thought she.
It's open. Smart play.
Exactly right. If you know what you're doing, there's reasons why they push it where they do sometimes, because they know who's coming out of the front row. Smart play by Cobb.
And it's 12-6 as Max hit goes out of bounds. Botkins needs to recover here as number 3, I think that's Allie Gerstner in the lineup for the Trojans. And they're going to find the open space, and that's going to be a point. 13-6.
Ava Reed, again, good contact for the 5'5" freshman. Earns her second kill of the set. Got her down for 3 on the night.
And Metz takes it across for the Trojans. And Cobb in trouble and trying to handle that one. And that'll be an error on the Rockets. That makes it 13-7.
Good play by the sophomore for Botkins, Jana Metz. She did a nice job there at the net, cleanly hitting the ball across. You know, it was a tough angle she had. A lot of times there were double hits, but she was able to keep it alive. The end result was an Anna mistake, and that gives the Trojans their 7th point.
Hendrickson.
Nice
serves
serve.
It up.
Wow.
And that's going to be an ace. Beautiful hit. Served by Trace Hendrickson. Having quite a game here today.
All 3 phases, hitting, blocking, and now serving. Dropped it right into that front right corner, and that's a tough spot to defend, and she hit it perfectly.
Rockets, Cobb tries to get the set over to Ava Reed, but doesn't quite work.
Because of the serve, the first touch was a little off. Cobb didn't have a great look at the second one, threw the timing off and the offense, and it just made a difficult third attack, and it resulted in the attack error.
Cobb, the right side, and there's the kill by Ava Reed.
Well, they bounce back. You know, when Cobb can get her balance and get to the ball, she can do pretty good things with it. And then Reed did a nice job finishing. The freshman with 4 kills in the match, 3 of them here in game number 2. Now she serves.
Reed in serve. 14-9 our score. Gerstner with the hit. Point goes to the Trojans.
That was Steinke, 8.
Steinke, excuse me. But Gerstner is in the lineup.
Good, but Steinke hit it well, and Botkins, you know, needs more of those attacks, a little bit of power. They've gotten it from Hendrickson. They really haven't been able to get much offense going here as of late.
The net, Steinke. Battle for it, and the Rockets are going to get that point.
Madison Kipp, again, active at the net for the 5'10 sophomore.
And it makes it 15-10. Morgan Shepard in serve.
Something about the lineup now is I've never quite understood, but with everybody running around, and if they switch your lineup game to game, how do you know where you're supposed to be? How do you follow it?
Or if somebody, I'm not going to say moves in faster than what you anticipate.
Yeah, so now they have to sort out maybe the rotation or who's supposed to be serving. I don't know. We can run through our sponsors, Dave, if you have them.
How about reminding folks that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Friday, October the 14th at 5 p.m. and Monday, October the 17th at 7 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And we would like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco, all bringing you tonight's volleyball match between Botkins and Anna. Additional sponsors of tonight's broadcast: Burke Petroleum, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securcom, and St. Henry Bank. And from the launching pad, we have got Anna and Botkins. Second set action. It's 15-10. The home team Rockets are up. The Botkins Trojans did take set number 1, 25-15, and Rockets trying to even this one up as we are still amidst discussions on
the rotation or who's supposed to be where. I'll let you figure out how to explain that. And right now we'll just wait, and pretty soon hopefully we get a whistle. And I don't know if sometimes I wonder if you're out of order. Does that cost you a point? Does the other team get one, or is it just a slap on the wrist, don't do it again thing?
Looks like Madison Kipp is going to possibly come back into the lineup. She just went out before the discussion. Maybe that's part of the issue. It's really hard to say, as there you see Kelly Zumberger talking with one of the officials here tonight, and they're definitely trying to line folks up in the right spot. So
Well, your guess is as good as mine. They've got it on paper and they'll have to sort it out and count backwards. And I'm just curious though if it'll be a scoring correction, if that's possible. I don't know well enough what the end result will be.
Quite a discussion.
Yeah, we've been at this for it's longer than an instant replay in an NFL game.
That's right. They haven't called New York yet.
By the way, I wish they would just make a quick decision. If you can't tell, go on with life.
Yeah.
I understand the blatant ones, but if you're trying to micromanage an instant replay, just go on. And it probably does have something with the libero maybe coming in as I don't know.
I think we've almost got it sorted out.
It's still 15-10. I think that was.
There's the libero comes back in, and the libero, of course, is Abby George.
You don't have a plane to catch tonight, do you?
No, I don't.
Good.
Well, it was funny that I heard an announcer talking, Doug Glanville, he did the Indians game.
The Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians, the 15-inning game.
Yes.
He had a flight booked for 8 o'clock and about missed it.
Yeah, that was a long game. No runs, for the whole. Yeah. So that was good to see Cleveland won that, though, and get to move on.
If you're an Indians fan, you're definitely celebrating. That's for sure. And okay.
Now it is 15-11, or is that was it 15?
Somebody put a point on it. It was 15-10.
And looks
if the serve comes back to the Trojans, then
that might be our player of the game.
It could be the player of the game.
I'm not sure if we've ever awarded it to a scoring or a rotation violation. It could be the turning point the Trojans need. I don't know.
Well, that definitely was just about has to be a rotation violation because Botkins is going to have the serve, and that's what I believe that's what he's signaling. Now they're coming over to Botkins. Coach Watercutter's trying to get everybody set as Caitlin Meyer will come back in the lineup. She'll be up front.
When she was on the court, she ran off, then she came back on. In. Now we're going to change servers.
Now we're going to change servers. It's going to bring.
I don't want it. You can have it.
Gabby Griffiths was there for a moment.
And Griffith, she's now over to the left. So
Metz with the serve. George with the hit. Shepard. And there's the kill by number 5, Ava Reed.
Quite a second game for the freshman. That's 4 kills here, and that after that long delay, just kind of wonder how teams will respond back. I'm not that they're going to be cold or anything, but that was a good answer and get the ball back to the Rockets, increase their lead. It should be 16-11.
Should be 16-11.
Okay.
Let's hold that thought.
I'm holding it.
At the net, the Trojans get it across over to the right side, and strong hit there by Stouter. And Botkins unable to return it, and that should make it 17-11.
But I don't know because well, we knew they gave Botkins a point on that rotation situation.
So perhaps it's 16-11 is where we're standing. Flatfoot hits a little bit long.
Well, good run here after that delay. The Rockets have responded with some good offense. They've won 3 points here now and continue to serve.
Reed with the serve. See if the Trojans can change their fate. Steinke will come up with the hit at the net.
Good job by Steinke. Strong attacker, able to power it through the block and then earn her second kill of the game, too, along with 2 serve aces, both here in game 2.
Gabby Griffith with the serve. Shepard at the net, and Stouter will come out on top.
And Botkins was there with a couple of sets of hands, and there was contact, and it came down on the Trojan side for Stouter, her 3rd kill of game 2, her 5th of the match.
And that serve is going to sail long. Abby George Makes it 18-13 as Trace Hendrickson will come back in for Botkins. Steinke's serve, and she's going to collect an ace.
Got her down for 3 aces all here in game number 2, so she's been a leading point scorer for the Trojans here, and they again had been down by as many as 8, I think, in this set, now trail by 4.
They're not going away. Trojans, Hendrickson. Shepard. Pettis sends it to the back row. Trojans recover over to the right at the net, and point's going to go to the Trojans.
Ball never made it across the net on that last possession error for the Rockets, and now suddenly it's just a 3-point lead for Anna. So nice job by Botkins hanging around after that long delay. Botkins ran some points off, but now, I'm sorry, Anna ran some points off, but now Botkins has returned to favor and climbed back to within 3.
Comes Shepard at the net.
Touch back by the Trojans.
Stouter gets it across Griffith. Metz, Flatfoot. They'll send it to the back row. Griffith saves it, and that might be the issue.
Good save by Griffith as Cobb tried to push it deep, but the save of the ball a little bit out of the reach of the setter, and she made illegal contact.
19-15, Anna. 4-point lead and the serve. And
there's communication. Both girls saying, I got it, and that probably was the reason the ball scooted over towards the scorer's table.
And that miscue makes it 20-15, make it 21-15, and Janelle Flatfoot not happy with herself on that hit.
Well, a game of runs here. Some quick points for the Rockets after what was a 3-point lead. Suddenly back up to 6, and it didn't seem to take very long. They scored pretty quick.
Flatfoot to Hendrickson. Trace Hendrickson with the kill, and makes it 21-17. Or 16. I'm either too slow or too late, one or the other.
I think you're too slow.
Too slow, is that it? They're fast. Maybe that's it. Flatfoot. At the net.
Good touch back by the Trojans.
And open space, but Trojans recover.
Nice pickup by Flatfoot on the dig.
Hendrickson gets it across, but
boy, Janelle Flatfoot, number 7, had a nice save in there to keep the possession alive and ultimately then force the Rockets into the mistake. Flatfoot will serve.
21-17, First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Trojans trying to recover here in the second set. Stouter gets it across. Hendrickson at the net.
A tough break. That first touch just was not a good first contact, and they really couldn't take advantage of it, and the ball was close to the net, and it basically fell down on the Trojan side.
22-17. Hendrickson, but it comes back the other way, and I think that was number 12, McKenna Pettis. Makes it 23-17. Botkins is going to take a timeout. Our timeout's all brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, the Anna Rockets 23, the Botkins Trojans 17. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Botkins takes the timeout, buying themselves down by 6 points. They're up a set, 1-0 over Anna, but the Rockets knocking on the door here at 23-17 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Barhorse gets it across. Right side hit, good net play by the Trojans. Strong hit and score by Izzy Jenkins, I believe. Finds the corner.
The sophomore gets her second kill of the set. A nice spot. Recognized the opening. Didn't have to hit it real hard, but hit it definitely with enough speed to avoid any Trojan being able to make a play on it.
Here comes the set point for the Rockets. Hendrickson at the net. Griffiths will get it back over. Shepard. Back over to Stoddard. Shepard will take it across. Flatfoot has it. Hendrickson's going to set, but it's going to be a handling violation, I believe, and that's going to give the Rockets the win. 25-17, and we'll move on to set number 3. We are even. One set each for Botkins and Anna. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Anna Rockets bounce back in the second set to even it out 1-1. And you take a look at that second set, and Rockets just had the upper hand.
Yeah, a lot more aggressive attacking. They ended the set with 13 kills compared to just 5 for the Trojans. So Anna definitely had to foot on the throttle. You know, basically had more constructive, positive attacking situations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different girls recorded points. So spread the wealth. Ava Reed, the freshman, had a big game number 2. She led them through my stats with 4 kills, and more importantly for the Rockets, they even to match up here at 1 game apiece.
And we're underway in set number 3. Abby George with the serve for the Rockets. At the net, Hendrickson. Net violation. It's 1-0 Rockets.
Hendrickson just couldn't get a clean contact on it. Had it on her body too long. That was the call. So a quick start here. 1-0 in favor of the Rockets.
George will scoop it up. Comes the set. Flatfoot goes long with it. Cobb back over to Griffith. Hendrickson to the back row. Here come the Rockets, looking for the open space. The net is Barhorst, and it looks like the point goes to the Trojans. As number 12 will rotate back in. That's Kylie Mack, 6'6" junior, or not 6'6". How about a junior, number 12?
There you go.
And it goes to the floor, and that makes it 2-1.
Well, I think the reason it went to the floor is Hendrickson and Mack again seem to maybe have some contact there. Another termination block by that tandem so far here in the match.
Flatfoot with a serve, a little miscommunication there by the Rockets. That'll make it 3-1. Strong serve by Flatfoot. George has it. Back over to Jenkins. Trojans will recover, but they get it out of bounds, and that makes it 3-2.
Flatfoot made a nice play on the cross-court attack, but a good job by the Anna Rockets getting to the sideline and then watching where the ball is at. They made an easy decision, let it go, landed out of bounds.
Izzy Jenkins, the sophomore, will serve. Flatfoot to Hendrickson at the net. Steinke will send it across. Right side hit at the net, goes out of bounds, and Ava Reed once again.
Reed with another kill. That's number 6. Got it off the hands of a couple of Botkins blockers. Went out of bounds, so she records the kill.
Makes it 3-3. And Jenkins will stay and serve.
Long, deep, aggressive serving, trying to eat up the Trojans' defense, and that one results in an ace for Izzy Jenkins, her second of the night.
Jenkins with the serve again. Flatfoot over to Mack. Rockets are going to get the point, and gets Liz Stodder. And
Cobb, 7.
Cobb, yeah, number 7.
Now Stodder and Cobb, I believe, part of that termination block, the first one of the match for the Rockets.
And it's 5-3. Rockets trying to break this 1-1 tie. Hendrickson. And again, Stodder comes back. And it makes it 6-3. Boy, the last couple of hits, Hendrickson has kind of been doing the job for Botkins, so the Rockets trying to take that game away from them.
That made some good contact on her attack, some good touches. A couple of them have resulted in termination blocks.
Flatfoot, Hendrickson. Comes Cobb.
Reed on the attack, the freshman.
And it goes into the net. And Botkins coach Logan Watercutter wants a timeout. Our score, Anna Rockets 7, the Botkins Trojans 3. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Back here at Anna, Botkins trying to slow that momentum as we move into the third set, and the Rockets go up 7-3 and slowly starting to take control of this.
Yeah, after that first game, they've really played much better, and a good start here in game number 3 with some termination blocks and also some good serving. And then Botkins kind of aids him in that last possession, kind of 2 players bumping into each other, caused a miss hit. So communication breakdown on the Trojans, and a run for the Rockets right now.
Jenkins with the serve. Flatfoot over to Griffith, but the hit's going to go into the net. 8-3. As Jenkins will serve.
Definitely the confidence right now in favor of the Anna Rockets, playing very loose, and Botkins is, is basically doubting things right now, really making it difficult for them to run offense.
Mack gets it across for the Trojans. Rockets keep it in play. Griffiths to the front row. Flatfoot over to Hendrickson. Anna will recover. Cobb gets it over to teammate Liz Stodder, and the sophomore knocks that one home.
Well struck out of the right front, and a good swing by Stodder. She now has 6 kills.
9-3.
And then
Rockets pulling away. Steinke back across. Here comes Stodder. Botkins handles the slower pace. Shepard gets it back over to Reed, and Reed's going to get the kill.
Saw one of those digs there in that rotation, Dave, and it was by number 6. So it's good to see Davidson back in. Am I reading that correctly? My eyes, is that number 6 in the back, left back?
Well, I do believe it is.
So good to see her back, feeling better after getting injured earlier in game 2.
Yeah, she took a pretty good spill. That's great news for the Anna fans. Botkins, they'll get it back over. Cobb, Stodder. Cobb. With the set, and Stodder, boy, drills that one home, but Botkins stays right with it. But the point's going to go to the Rockets on the mishandle.
A well-struck slide offense. Another good dig by Janelle Platfoot, but the Trojans can't take advantage of the good save on the attack here, the ball handling issue.
It's like a different team, the Anna Rockets, here in this set. From the first set, at least. Hendrickson's going to win that battle, and that'll slow the Rockets down a little bit. It's 11-4 our score. Caitlin Barhorst, the junior, serves it into the net, makes it 12-4 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Ava Reed will serve. 84.6% serving this season coming into tonight's contest. Steinke over to Reed. Cobb. That was Davidson with that hit. Hendrickson will take it over. Back over, open space, and she'll get the point.
Good job by Hendrickson, taking advantage of her height and her size. That overpass really wasted no time with a quick snap of the wrist, get the ball down. She records somewhat her 2 kills here, back-to-back here in game 3.
Hendrickson with the serve. At the net. Rockets on the recovery. Now the Trojans will have to keep it alive, and that's not going to happen.
Good play at the net by the Rockets. They avoided it and kept it alive, made it a play out of the net, kept the possession alive, and then Botkins, the next time they had it, couldn't get the, had the attack here. So good job by the Rockets, digging out of the net, keeping it alive, and more importantly, just building to that momentum and not letting the Trojans get any type of offensive rhythm.
Jana Metz into the lineup for Botkins as number 2, Leah Meyer, will serve it for the Rockets. Strong hit there by Platfoot. Here come the Rockets, though. Waters will send it across, or rather Walters, excuse me, for Botkins, and Trojans will pick up the point.
First mistake of game 3 for the Rockets. They played very clean. That one didn't cross the tape. Results in an attack error.
Jana Metz with the serve. 13-6 our score. And for the corner, that's McKenna Pettis.
Oh, yes. I thought it was Kip at first, but it was number 12, Pettis. You're right. She's been very consistent, about a kill per set here in this match. That one with some authority, a little bit of confidence boost for her.
Strong hit by Platfoot, but the win at the net goes to the Rockets.
Jenkins and Pettis combined, and boy, the attacking, the termination blocks have been big here in game 3 for the Rockets. That's 3 points now they've earned on termination blocks.
Griffiths back over to Platfoot, gets it back over. Comes the hit by Pettis, and boy, the Rockets are just rolling. 16-6 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
All heck is breaking loose right now for the Rockets. They've just a lot of energy. They've been aggressive, and Botkins has just been playing defensively. They're just trying to survive. They have not been getting great attacks in some difficult situations. Tough spot to go at it, and then the illegal contact on the attack.
Makes it 17-6. Cobb with the serve as Trojans at the net, but Rockets are going to recover.
And 4 hits, kind of lost track. They played one out of the net, I think. I'm not for sure. There's no argument, so it must have been 4, but I know what you're thinking. Okay. So 4 hits is a call, and I missed it, but
17-7. We move on. And that one's in. Was that Davidson?
Jenkins, number 9.
Number 9, okay. Izzy Jenkins, boy, that was a nice hit.
Davidson is back to serve. Remember, she got hurt earlier in the match. Good to see that she's able to feel better.
And
nice save by Steinke.
Trojans somehow get it across, but in trouble. Rockets are going to work that line. Cobb.
To Reed.
And Reed finds that open corner.
Again, it was Botkins survived. Made some great plays, but they just, there was nothing that was difficult for the Rockets to handle, and they just continue to pound it. And Reed, another good swing, found space in the back row for the 19th Rocket point.
19-7. Strong hit by Steinke, and it's going to be deep.
And they need, she's one of their hitters. They need her to get on top of it and you know, get some downward spin on it. Just that one sailed, but she's had some good matches throughout the year, as well as Hendrickson. They're their leading attackers.
Griffith up the Mets, flat foot.
Right idea, but just yep.
On the line.
But boy, right idea. She was, that spot up here in the left front is not defended. If you're charging, you got to make sure you got to shut it down before you go across the half-court line. But just too close to the net was Flatfoot, got called for being in it.
Barhorse sends it across for Botkins. 21-7 at the net. Steinke had it. Griffith has it. Flatfoot will send it deep. Strong hit there by Reed again. At the net this time. It looks like Steinke's in the net.
Yeah, tough break. Boy, I thought Botkins was going to earn that one as kind of an extended volley there, but Botkins gets called for being in the net, give the point to the Rockets, and their positive momentum continues.
And number 8, Madison Muma, sophomore, will serve it. Muma with the serve. Griffith. Nets. Steinke trying to get a point. Cobb will send it back over. Trojans regroup. And Ava Reed is going to get the kill as Trojan defense just not there.
Yeah, they got an arm on it, but again, the ball just going where no one else was able to get it. So it's the breaks right now. Anna's made a nice save during the possession, but able to keep it alive, and then Ava Reed connects and gets her 4th kill of game 3, her 9th of the match.
Steinke sends it across for the Trojans. Cobb with the set. Reed hits it across.
She's been active.
Griffith. Mets. And they got a whistle.
Break for the Trojans, as with Anna being in the net, number 10, Caitlin Barhorse will get credit for the kill as they tried to block her attack, caught the net in the process.
And Leah Steinke will step to the line. 23-8 the score. Trying to get something going for Botkins here in our 3rd set. And number 12, that's McKenna Pettis.
Was it her or 15? I thought it was Kip that kind of came around and got it. Now I'm not for sure. They both were up there. I think it was 15.
That could be Kip. Kip just went back out.
Yeah, well, she kind of came around and just got a nice little bit of a slide on it.
Hendrickson goes to the corner. Picked up there by Mumau. They'll send it back over. Hendrickson, she'll get the kill.
Well struck.
24-9.
They need a lot more of that now. How you do that, you need a good first touch and all that, get you an offense. But boy, when they do, Botkins has been pretty efficient when they get it to Hendrickson in rhythm. She's produced pretty high numbers tonight.
Flatfoot in serve. Strong hit by Stoddard. The sophomore knocks it home, and the Rockets win the 3rd set, and they move to a 2-1 lead as we move on to the 4th set of play, as you are watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
So the Anna Rockets go up 2-1 in sets, and we move on to the fourth, and Rockets really came to play in that last set.
Yeah, they have built upon that game 2 performance where they played pretty well and just dominate game 3, and did show some good attacking and did show some good blocking as well, as they came up with 3 termination blocks in game number 3 along with 10 attacks.
Strong hit by the Rockets on the right side, but here comes Barhorst and return favor, and the Rockets go up 1-0.
3 and 7. Stouter, Cobb. Again, the blocking has come up here big for the Rockets. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 blocks, as I mentioned, for point in game number 3, along with the 10 attacks, and only 2 errors in game number 3 the Rockets had. So they earned the points, and Botkins had committed 10 errors, so they helped the Rockets along the way, but just 2 errors by the Rockets in game 3. Nice save.
At the net, and the Trojans will get the point.
Steinke, it looked like, muscled it through the Rockets' defense to earn the kill.
Hendrickson will come back in, and Steinke will serve. Tied at 1-1 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Set number 4, Anna with a 2-1 lead. As Davidson's hit is returned, and it goes out of bounds, and the Trojans go up 2-1.
Well, termination block by Hendrickson and Plattfoot. Hendrickson now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in the match for point.
Steinke with the deep serve. Cobb takes it over, and Brenna Cobb will pick up the kill.
She'll now go to the back row to serve, but very athletic. She's a strong setter that can jump and has good court awareness too, and able to push it around a very tenacious blocker in Hendrickson to earn her kill.
Hendrickson, and it's going to be deep. Makes it 3-2 Anna, and that will keep Brenna Cobb, number 7, in serve.
Tough serve.
Oh, what a serve.
Yep. Tough play. Well hit, well placed.
That had a little spin on it too. That's a tough one all around.
Well, Cobb's hit for the cycle now. An ace, a block, and a kill, and they might have all been in the back-to-back-to-back fashion.
Plattfoot looking for the corner, and she finds it.
Oh, she hit a nice ball, went to the far most distant spot for her, across court, deep corner, and got it around Cobb before she could make a play on it, and dropped it, more importantly, inbounds.
4-3 Rockets. Plattfoot with a serve. Cobb. Trojans on the recovery. Into the net. Steinke's hit doesn't get across, to makes it 5-3.
Well, the Rockets powered one down to the Trojans. It was well defended. I think the attack was from number 9, Jenkins, out the right front, but they made a nice play on it, did the Trojans, but then ultimately commit the attack error.
And Hendrickson will get it across, so over to Cobb. Good defense by Botkins. Strong hit by Barhorst. Trojans on the set, and it's going to go into the net.
We've seen that a few times by each team so far, where players on the third hit have simply run into each other, and they might both be saying, I got it, and, you know, but we've seen that each team has done it at least once or twice. And as a coach, you know, don't like to see that, but uh-oh, do we have a rotation check?
If we have a rotation, our mid-set
break,
early set.
Intermission time.
Rotation check.
We can read through some of our sponsors again.
Yes, it's about that time, isn't it? take a look at it as they go to the scorebook over there. We could have somebody sponsor the scorebook review. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Friday, October the 14th at 5 p.m. and Monday, October the 17th at 7 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Also like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. Additional sponsors for tonight's broadcast: Burke Petroleum, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securicom, and St. Henry Bank. All bringing you tonight's game from Anna. Rockets are up 2-1 in sets. Trojans took the first set tonight, 25-15, played very, very well, but Rockets have bounced back to take set number 2, 25-17, and then real convincing fashion in set number 3, 25-9, and we stand at 5-4.
And you said the key word: we stand.
We stand.
As you see right now, that is what they're doing.
We stand.
We're sitting, but they're standing because we're waiting on this, the rotation or the lineup check. But Anna's played very well these past 2 games. A lot more offensive rhythm and strong hitting. But boy, Botkins, they've come through some nice pickups and digs, but it just can't always maybe muster up a great strong attack to make it challenging. Or I'm not saying challenging, but the attacks maybe aren't always as hard driven. They're free balling over or pushing it over because they've been scrounging and very active defensively. But it's tough if you can't get the ball right into the system. It's tough to feed your hitters, and it's a tough battle. And the teams that get it, that can get you out of rhythm, really are the ones that seemingly have their way with the scoreboard.
Yeah, just Botkins just a little bit inconsistent at times. I'm sure Coach Watercutter would love to bottle that first set win up.
Yeah, they did
the
well
whole season.
Yeah, just did everything right there. And although in the first set, Anna made a lot more errors than they have in the past couple of games, which helped Botkins prevail in game number 1. But yeah, they played pretty clean in game 1 with some strong attacking. Now still have their work to do here and still in battle, an elimination game for them. But yeah, boy, this is taking a long time.
I got to ask the question, Jeff. You've seen a lot of volleyball in your days.
I won't know the answer.
Well, the question is, how does something like this happen frequently? I mean, I've had obviously matches over the years, and it happens every once in a while.
And I've never kept a volleyball scorebook, so I can't criticize, and I'm not here to criticize anyone. But a lot of people are running around, and I don't know.
Rotation just gets out of sync, so they're correcting. I mean, it's just like it was in the last set.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an error, and somebody's gonna pay for it.
Be jeopardized probably a point. It's been 5-4 as long as I can remember. I mean, I don't think anything has changed. We'll keep an eye on that. Last time, Botkins, I believe, earned a point out of the delay when they went back to live action, and also got the serve. And like I said, I'm not real sure. I don't know how you keep the volleyball scorebook or how you track, and even girls, when you change your lineups, how they know who they always follow. And sometimes that might be part of the battle too. So,
and they're talking with Coach Zumberger, and
is our Uber driver? We don't.
Our Uber driver. He's over.
Oh,
he's over underneath the basket.
Okay,
there,
so he's not leaving either. So we'll have a ride home.
Yeah.
No flights being missed.
No, we're not walking home or anything. Though it might be a long journey. And you take it out. Got a feeling we're taking a look right now at the scorers table as they try to sort through this. And there's the point that ties it up. So Botkins is even with the Rockets now in that First National Bank Think First score.
And I'll still maybe put this into consideration for player of the game.
It is up to two.
That's 2 more than I've seen all year. So player of the game, scoreboard, I'm not I don't know how it all happens, and not blaming anyone, but it's something I haven't seen all year. And we've seen a lot of volleyball.
Yeah, really.
You've seen them do lineup checks where you're allowed to stop and kind of set things up. And maybe after a certain point, if you were out of rhythm, then that's a point deduction. But if you catch it before it happens, then it's not. I really don't know.
I saw it happen one time this season, and before the 2 here tonight. I don't know how many volleyball matches I've done.
Well, you have to get your book out. The one you bought at the beginning of the year, or was that your soccer book?
That was soccer.
Okay, but get one for volleyball and kind of read through this and kind of Google it tonight. How, lineup rotation violations.
Well, I always thought I knew how it was supposed to be, but I think it's more the scoring of it.
If you catch it before you make the mistake.
Of course, if you got a libero in there, then that changed it all because you're floating the sub there, right?
Yeah.
So, it could get real complicated. I think that's probably the libero's not on. Doesn't look like there's a libero out there for either team.
Well, they haven't asked our producer, Scott Robinson, to rewind the tape yet, have they?
Not yet. They could.
That would probably be what we need.
They could.
We have the technology. And you don't have to, you don't have to call New York or anything. We're right here.
No.
But we're also not allowed to do that.
No, that's true. That's true. So.
Uh-oh, here we go.
All right. We're going to play with 7. It's hard to believe, though, one substitution error would take us long to sort through, so maybe it was more than that. I'm actually surprised. How does I'll ask another question. Does the official catch this, or does the scorer bring it to the attention of the official? It has to be that, doesn't it?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I've done basketball books, and sometimes if you're keeping score, you may look at someone and say, hey, why does the scoreboard say this or that? And then you just compare score books, and the home book, the home book usually prevails. And here, I really don't know.
Almost looks like nobody's paid attention to it. So, I mean, nobody, and it's funny, it's not like it's an argument or anything. Nobody's, really arguing or anything. We're just trying to sort through it all and figure out where the issue is.
Well, the point was awarded to Botkins. That now makes it 5-5. That was a couple minutes ago, so we will now get back to live action.
We're about ready. Are we ready? Is the whistle blowing? That's the question. Not yet. We're still looking at those score sheets over there. Our score is 5-5. Botkins will have the serve after the rotation violation against Anna, the second one that they've had here tonight. And number 10, Caitlin Barhorst, ready for the whistle to blow, but still has not happened. And Coach Wadacutter stepping outside for a moment as we work through this process. So you take a look at the schedules for these two teams tonight. It's Tuesday, October the 11th, of course, in the Shelby County Athletic League. The big match of the night is Fort Loramie playing at Russia. And Fort Loramie 10-1 on the season, one game behind Russia at 11-0. And the Raiders are 16-4 overall. Fort Loramie 15-5. And Jackson Center stands in third place. They are 7-4 and 14-7. Jackson Center is playing at Houston. Houston and Botkins are tied at 1-10 in league play. So a win here by the Rockets would lift them to 6-6 on the season and be most likely 2 games behind Jackson Center. Fairlawn is in the middle of the pack at 4-8 and 9-11 overall. And Botkins, a 14 seed in the tournament, will play at Arcanum on Thursday, October the 20th at 7 o'clock against the winner of number 11 seeded Yellow Springs and number 5 seeded Covington. Yellow Springs 13-6, Covington 12-7. So, and the Rockets, on the other hand, they'll play on Wednesday, October the 19th against Milton Union. Milton Union 5-14 overall and 2-10 in Three Rivers competition. And now we have both officials over there, Jeff.
Yeah, I saw that. About the time we say we'll take a break, they'll start. So we'll continue to, but at least you saw the tournament. That's fast approaching here, starting.
Yeah, it is.
It's, where did the summer go? You know, now it's fall season. Volleyball is wrapping up here shortly, and we'll be into basketball.
Football season moved right along. It's nearing the playoffs are coming up. As I'm not sure I could talk this much about a violation. It's only a point, right? One official just shaking his head, so the up official.
Yeah, so like I said, that was
that's long. We had junior varsity contests that went very quickly here tonight. About 30 minutes and it was over. But this one will drag on for just a little bit. And
boy, if you were your investigative reporter like you were today, Dave, that would be a great question after the match, right?
Yeah, really. I'm not sure I want to know the answer to the question. That's the problem.
But you may learn something.
I may learn something, yes.
So after all that, Anna commits the error with a 4-hit.
And Janelle Plattfoot, number 7, will serve it up. The junior take a good look at her. Ready to serve, and it's 6-5.
Uh-oh.
Can we just rip the paper up and just go on? So the two teams are on the court, all ready to go, trying to stay loose, trying to maintain some kind of level of concentration. That'd be the biggest thing. As the down official comes over to talk at the net to the up official.
It's probably, I don't even know what they're talking about, but sometimes, in page 317 of your officiating rule book, there might be a situation where if this happens, that happens. You see it once in every 4 or 5 seasons, and you don't know it. So you have to communicate on what is the procedure, how do you handle it. And I think if you'd ask both coaches, probably just line them up and let's go.
I think you're right. It's kind of funny because the two teams, well, you probably can see it on your monitor, on your television. The two teams, they have some nice dance routines already. Trying to stay loose. Botkins and Anna both trying to do it. And all is forgotten.
Yeah, they took. Yeah, now it's 6-4 in favor of Botkins. Make it 7-4.
Well, there's a swing of momentum. We went from a 5-4 Anna lead to a 7-4 Botkins lead. And it is 2-1 as they try to sort through it all. And Plattfoot in serve. Strong hit by the Rockets. Hendrickson hit it into the net.
It's one of those that you don't want to hit it too hard, but when you slow down your rhythm and your body mechanics, it just falls apart. And she just completely whiffed on that one, basically, and gave the ball, or gave a point to the Rockets, and a tough break for them, for the Trojans, and the Rockets will look to build on that.
Addison Muma will serve it up for the Rockets. Plattfoot set Hendrickson. Hendrickson will get the point. Well, you know, it's kind of bizarre. Before this, the Rockets had all of the momentum.
Yeah, it was.
And they were playing very, very well.
Yeah.
Let's see if anything changes here, but
chance here for the Trojans, though, you know, to build some momentum of themselves and try to grow the three-point lead.
Barhorse with the serve. Pettis gets it across for the Rockets at the net. And Mack will have it. And that makes it 9-5.
First kill of game number 4 for Kylie Mack, her second kill of the match.
Barhorst. And that's going to be out. And it's 9-6. As number 1, Abby George will come back into the lineup for the Rockets. And she'll serve. Steinke's going to hit it into the net. And it's 9-7. Here come the Rockets. Those are the kind of mistakes you just can't have.
Yeah, and normally, yeah, just trying to slow it up and not be, you know, just want to finesse it over. You still have to hit and get the top spin.
At the net, Hendrickson with the block.
Well, she's been active. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Unofficially, I have Trace Hendrickson down for her to go along with 12 kills.
Hendrickson to serve. Cobb comes the hit by Reed. Boy, she picked up momentum on that one. Got a good hit, and it's 10-8.
Good rhythm, you know, go horizontal, let that kind of build up the what they call like the ground force and explode off the ground with that energy, and then swing hard and good things will happen.
Izzy Jenkins with the serve. Flatfoot gets it to Metz. Steinke going for the corner. And
attack error was out. The up judge had maybe a better angle. The line judge had the kind of self-defense.
Had to get out of the way. That one was coming right at her. So point goes to the Rockets. 10-9 Botkins with the lead. And Rockets maintain the serve. Meyer gets it across. Cobb. Reed. I'll tell you, Ava Reed is just playing an outstanding game.
And she's just, I think, a lot more confident, too. She, you know, after the kill is made, just her hopping, her enthusiasm is very confident right now. And I just don't recall her having many mistakes attacking recently. They have not all been kills, but she's been striking the ball very well, keeping it in play.
Steinke gets it across for the Trojans. Cobb back over to Reed. Recovered there by Steinke. Steinke will get it back from Flatfoot. It's going to go out, and Botkins picks up the point. 11-10 our score.
4 kills on the night for the senior attacker, Leah Steinke.
Jana Metz with the serve. Rockets will get it back over. Flatfoot, Metz. Here comes Flatfoot. It's going to fall inside the line, and it's 12-10.
Flatfoot, 2 kills in the match. Both those coming here in game number 4. Flatfoot also an ace and a block here in game number 4. She's been very active.
And the hit is long by Stouter that time. 13-10. Jana Metz stays in serve. Trojans trying to get control of this 4th set. Up by 3. Flatfoot, Steinke, Flatfoot, Metz. Flatfoot will send it back. Walters gets it over to Meyer, and Meyer find that open court, and it's 14-10. And we got a break in the action. Our timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, the Botkins Trojans 14, the Anna Rockets 10. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
And the Rockets forced to take a timeout. They find themselves down 14-10. It's kind of weird. We talked about the rotation issue and the delay that it caused. It's almost like it's stopped the Anna momentum here in this fourth set.
Yeah, they definitely have not played well since that delay. Trojans have taken advantage of it, made some good plays. They've been attacking pretty well and just seem to be a little bit more energetic right now. We've seen Anna hit the ball, but Botkins has made won more of the 50-50 battles, but since that delay, it's the Trojans who've been outscoring the Rockets.
Reed at the net, it comes back, and the Trojans are going to get the point, either Steinke or
well, I think it never crossed.
Oh, it never crossed.
As I mentioned before, Reed hasn't had many attack errors, violations. That one was one of the few ones she's had tonight. It gives the Trojans their 15th point.
Mets with the serve. Botkins up by 5.
And the ball handling error. So a lot of things we didn't see last game in 2 and 3, we're seeing now here in game number 4, especially after the delay, we'll call it.
16-10, and Mets stays and serve. Fires it deep, and it's good. That's an ace. That gets head coach Logan Watercutter fired up. And the Botkins bench as well as they go up 17-10.
Well, the elimination game for them, they can't afford to lose this one. And right now they're playing, a lot of emotion, a lot of positive, confident energy.
And number 7, Brenna Cobb, is going to slow it down just a little bit.
She's been very active tonight. They run a 5-1, so she's a setter all the way around, but because she's in the front row this time, or in this rotation, she can go up and challenge and attack. And Reed, I think, stepped on the service line.
So serving error, and that makes it 18-11. So Morgan Shepard will rotate back in for the Rockets. Griffith with the serve for Botkins. And that's Barhorst. Yep.
10. Yep.
Caitlin Barhorst with the kill. 19-11.
The overpass right in her spot where she could take advantage of it. And she capitalizes on the Anna overpass. Good play by Barhorst.
Comes a hit from the right side. Trojans regroup. Cobb, Griffith with a save for Botkins. And Metz is hit just a little bit short. Trying to pull that one out. The aggressive play by the Rockets that time gives them point number 12.
During that play, Caitlin Barhorst kind of landed awkwardly. She was a little gingerly moving around during that whole play, or that whole possession, but she shook off to Coach Watercutter. She was able to stay in, and she will move up there in the left front.
Meyer with the serve for the Rockets. Steinke. Flatfoot will send it across. Shepard has it. Here come the Rockets looking for the open corner, but they don't get it. And we've got a timeout by the Rockets. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, Botkins 20, Anna 12. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Anna Rockets take the timeout. They find themselves trailing here in the fourth set, 20-12. They're up 2-1. Botkins won the initial set of the evening And the Rockets bounce back, tech the next two, and they find themselves in trouble right now, and Botkins trying to force the 5th set of the night.
Yeah, they've definitely turned it around, have the Trojans here after kind of a back-and-forth game to start game 4. That delay, who took a point or two away from the Rockets, has enabled the Trojans to get a lot of momentum. They've grown now to an 8-point lead late here in game 4.
Barhorst. Rockets recover. And look at number 6, Cynthia Davidson.
Yep, she gets the kill, and it was nearly a good save. Somebody picked it up for the Rockets, and then Davidson ultimately gets the kill. Big play for them, and now they bounce back with the service ace from Cobb.
Big serve by Morgan Shepard.
No, that's Cobb.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cobb.
Yep.
Excuse me. Brenna Cobb. Flatfoot to Hendrickson at the net. Hendrickson.
13 kills in the match.
21-14 our score. And Flatfoot will serve. Pretty steady server for the Trojans. She gets it to the back row. Cobb and the strong hit, number 6, Cynthia Davidson.
That's her second kill of the game, 4 in the match, but that was a strong contact. A nice set from Cobb, and boy, Davidson timed it well, but right front, and not a lot the Trojans could do on it, and big point for her. The 15th of the game for the Rockets.
Mumma with the serve. Mack will take it across. Cobb over to the right side. And Jenkins. Now it's back to the Trojans. Hendrickson. And Izzy Jenkins, the sophomore, gets the kill.
Nice job kind of changing her shoulders and going down the sideline. Nobody home. It looked very easy, but that's a tough shot to change and kind of swing. You don't have a lot of wiggle room. And she hit a nice ball to Jenkins.
Good court vision. Mack with the hit for Botkins. Cobb back over to Reed. Ava Reed brings her team to within 4. It's like there's on-off switches.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. It's sometimes you wonder how Anna could be behind by most of this game here, and then other times Botkins can, they've rattled off 3 or 4 straight points. So it's
game of momentum. At least this one is. Mack looking for the corner, but the Rockets will pull it down. Griffiths, Flatfoot. Allie Gerstner in the lineup for the Trojans. And Griffiths not able to handle that one. Griffith. And that makes it 21-18. And that means Botkins will have to take the timeout. Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, Anna 21, Botkins 18. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Botkins forced to take a timeout. Boy, this game is just going back and forth. Momentum swings all over the place.
Big play here.
That's watching it here on NKTelco Sports. Flatfoot will take it across. Cobb. And there is the hit by number 12, Kenna Pettis. And the kill, and it's 21-19, and Mumau stays in serve. Gets just a little bit tighter, Jeff.
Yep, you can feel it now. Anna with all the momentum and energy. Big serve from Mumau.
Comes to the back row. Mack takes it across. Cobb, Reed. Good play by Gerstner. Griffith gets it back. Mack sends it over. Comes the set. Botkins recovers. Hendrickson. Good defense by the Rockets. Hendrickson one more time at the net. Stouter has it. Cobb has it. Griffith keeps it alive, but that point goes to the Rockets.
What a battle, dude.
What a round.
That was a heck of a both schools were able to get some good thrusts, good attacks. Both schools dug it out. But Pettis finally able to get one off the arm of Griffith for the 20th point.
Flatfoot will send it over. 21-20. Botkins 1 point lead. And the net that time, there's a violation that point goes to the Rockets, and it's tied. We're tied at 21 all. Botkins will take a timeout. Our score, the Anna Rockets 21, the Botkins Trojans 21. This is 4-set action. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports. Anna Rockets are in serve, and we are tied at 21 all. Anna with a 2-1 set advantage. We're in the 4th set, so big serve, big points. Close as you can get it, we're tied. Flatfoot will take it across. Cobb gets it up front. Botkins setting their offense up. Hendrickson at the net. Hit goes to the Rockets.
Boy,
not even sure where that was going to land.
Pettis evidently got the winner, her 5th kill of the game, but boy, there was some net play there. Both Botkins did a nice job staying out of the net, keeping it alive, but Pettis able to take advantage of the overpass. That's about 4 straight points for the Rockets at least. It was 21-18, I think, at one time.
To the back row, and it's long, and the Rockets go up 23-21. And Madison Mumau stays in serve, trying to wrap this up for the Rockets. Flatfoot to Hendrickson. Hendrickson, she'll get the kill. Senior comes through with a big point, and it's 23-22.
A high set again, and she stood flat-footed. Almost thought it was going to be one where she kind of would whiff on it because just out of rhythm, but that time, good swing, good contact, and dropped it right in front of the Rockets defense back row.
Caitlin Barhorst serves it to the back row. Cobb. And Hendrickson?
Yes.
Again.
And I think Caitlin Meyer also went up, but Hendrickson probably got the contact, but, well, she's been a force at the net tonight, blocking.
And we're tied again, 23 all. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Cobb over to Reed. Trojans quickly return it. Flatfoot with a set. Hendrickson. Back row, Mumau will handle it. Cobb looking for the line was Jenkins. Meyer will send it back over. Cobb takes it over. Ball is in trouble, and the point goes to the Rockets.
Again, it was like 2 players, wasn't it? Kind of both. I got it, and I don't know if that affected the touch. It surely looked like it did.
Just a little bit of confusion there, and it cost them a point at the wrong time.
Match point.
Here it is, 24-23 Rockets. Almost a miscommunication there. Botkins will come back on the offense. Hendrickson at the net, battle for it, and that's going to be it. And the Rockets somehow come away with a 25-23 4-set victory and win over rival Botkins 3-1. Pretty exciting volleyball action from Anna here. Let's take a break as the Anna Rockets win 3-1 as you see them go off the court. We'll be back with our recap here in just a moment. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Carriage Works has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. Carriage Works thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. Carriage Works now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. Carriage Works has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Back here at Anna, the Rockets come away with a thrilling 4-set victory over the Botkins Trojans, taking a 25-23 set number 4 victory to go up 3-1 over their rival Botkins Trojans. Rockets go to 10-12 overall, 6-6 in league play. Botkins, on the other hand, falls to 8-14 and 1-11 in league play, but that's hardly the story here tonight. Trojans gave Anna all they could handle and then some more. And let's take a look at our final numbers here for tonight's match, all brought to you by Wagner's IGA.
We'll take a look at the CAB report tonight. The kills, the aces, the blocks in favor of the Rockets for the most part. The kill category, Botkins finishes the night with 27 kills. Anna, 41 kills. Ace category, Botkins 6 aces. Anna 4 aces. In the block category, the Trojans actually out-block the Rockets 7-5. That is your CAB report. There's this Anna 41 kills compared to 27 out doing it there against the attacking. But another difference also, the errors. Botkins had 39 errors and a little bit cleaner with just 25 mistakes. So there's kind of the difference. And then you add the attacking difference, and kind of as a reason how the Rockets won tonight, and albeit had a great comeback at the end of game 4 to kind of come from behind and then hold on and then go ahead. So a good performance by the Rockets. Tough break. You know, when you lose a lot of your games, sometimes these things happen. You just don't get the breaks, and you just kind of maybe have a miscue here or there that lets the other team stay alive. And that seems to be what happened, like, again, to Botkins tonight. Play well, and then do something, boom, Anna, let's get back in the game. Or you go to finish it, you can't, and then Anna takes advantage. So tough break for the Trojans. It would have been a big win for them on the road, but they suffered the defeat, but played well. It was an exciting match.
Trace Hendrickson had a great game for the Trojans. We think we have to mention her
we do. She led the Trojans with 14 kills, an ace, and also 7 termination blocks. So she was right up there. Her team didn't win, but she really played well for them. She's the leader in the attacking category for the Trojans. And for the Rockets, a couple of their leaders in kills were Ava Reed. She had 12, 9 from McKenna Pettis, 7 from Elizabeth Stouter, 4 from Cynthia Davidson. Good to see her back after going off the court earlier with an injury. 5 from Izzy Jenkins, 3 from Brenna Cobb. And you can see they really spread it out. Their 41 attacks over numerous hitters, but fine job there for those young ladies. And a big win for the Anna Rockets as both teams prepare for the tournament.
Yeah, and our player of the game brought to you by NKTelco. It goes to a freshman. Ava Reed had out, as you read. The numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, very consistent through the night. After a sluggish game 1, which the old team was kind of sluggish in game 1, came back with 4, 4, and 3 kills, respectively. Also had a termination block, and I thought just hit some balls that maybe didn't go down as a kill, but forced Botkins into chase and scramble and free balling it over, and that gave Anna then the advantage to run offense and maybe feed her again. Or, as I said, they had numerous attackers tonight. Let someone else go at it, but Reed played well, and being just a freshman, really came up and played with some good confidence. Congratulations to Ava Reed, our NKTelco player of the game.
And the two teams will move on to tournament play. Botkins, the number 14 seed, will play at Arcanum High School on Thursday, October 20th at 7 o'clock against the winner of the Yellow Springs Covington contest. The Anna Rockets will play on Wednesday, October the 19th against Milton Union. Milton Union 2-10 in the Three Rivers Conference, 5-14 overall, and that tournament play is at Brookville. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's contest: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. Also like to thank these additional sponsors: Burke Petroleum, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schredeman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securicom, and St. Henry Bank. I'd like to thank these sponsors as well. Keys to the game tonight brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, scoreboard sponsor First National Bank, timeout sponsor Precision Strip, starting lineup sponsor Emerson Copeland, and our player of the game brought to you by NKTelco. I'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, Friday, October the 14th at 5 p.m. and Monday, October the 17th at 7 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. I'd like to thank our crew here tonight, our director, Scott Robinson. On the cameras tonight, Kurt Kuffner, Jim Miller, and Tyler Magato. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me tonight, Jeff Henchen, and you have been watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.